podcast was recorded $5 hackers and eavesdrop. When I recorded my last podcast on Wednesday, I specifically pointed out a lot of misplaced optimism that had been driving the rally in stocks and were pressuring the price of gold. Well, on Thursday and Friday, following that podcast, we got more economic data and corporate earnings news that supported my thesis that the optimism was indeed unfounded. First of all, on Thursday, we got the latest report on the weekly first-time unemployment claims, and they rose again for the third consecutive week. Although we've been trending up for a lot more than 3 weeks, we ended up with 251,000 new claims for unemployment in the most recent week. That is an increase of 7,000 claims. And once again, it was more than the market was expecting. We had 244,000 first-time claims in the prior week, and
Alrighty, well, that's enough. I was just kind of finalizing, getting ready for this little live stream, and this is going to be a short one, especially compared to the other night. Yeah, I just got a few things in the mail that I want to open up, and they are for a couple of different albums here, and we'll go through those in just a second. I'm just going to open up my chat on a different phone so that I can monitor more easily. So forgive me for the distraction here, but I think we're good. All right. All right. I'm just trying to, where's my chat box? Oh, this is annoying. Okay. There we go. We're golden now. We are golden. All right. So, as you know, I am working on some albums, and I don't know what I want to show you first here. These are from eBay. This is from Parts Unknown. I'm still not comfortable sharing my source for these coins, so I don't want to promote anything yet, because this is my third or fourth order through this one specific website. So let's see. I think I might open this one first. Oh, I'm just realizing something. I'm going to need something. Let's put those down a second. Need my gloves. Or one glove, anyways. I suppose which one doesn't matter too much. Because if you follow, you know that I'm filling a couple different, well, 3 different albums specifically, and actually now it's 4. I have 4 albums I'm working on. So, but tonight we're going to work on Old Rosie, my Roosevelt Dimes. Just set her off to the side now. And show you what these are. If you follow along, you know what's going on here. So let's just carry on already. Enough is enough. So are you following the markets? Those of you who are stackers, like strictly into bullion and everything, are you following the markets and watching what's going on? And how do you feel about it? Are you catching those falling knives? Some of you call it buying the dip. But I think right now we are catching falling knives if we're buying at this level. I think that, just like Chris in SoCal said, people are going to really wish that they had dry powder on hand. And they're going to wish that there is a stronger cash position. So you got to remember, guys, silver, this hedge against inflation narrative, it's one thing to say it's a hedge against inflation when you're at 2%, 3%, 4% inflation. But when you're at 9% inflation and people are losing their jobs, you're going to have a switch in administrative power in Washington, and industrial demand is going through the floor. You can forget narratives. Forget them. So, with that said, you can see here that I have some 2009 S silver quarters. The 2009s are, of course, the territories. These were expanded, and the program, the statehood quarters program, was extended in 2009 to include the 6 U.S. territories. So you have the Mariana Islands, which is gorgeous. You have the Virgin Islands with the palm tree, the map, the bird, and a deep cameo finish. You have Puerto Rico, Isla del Encanto. I know that's island of something. I don't remember Encanto. Is that Enchantment? Encanto. I'm sure you'll correct me in comments below. And got Guam, which the topography on the map is fantastic, with the mountain range in the south half or a third of the island. But the rest of it is pretty, it's okay. Sailboat with the dude on it. And then I think that's supposed to be a drum on there. And then we have the District of Columbia with Duke Ellington. And there is, if you coin roll hunt, you may know that there is a major error. Actually, I think there's 2 errors on the black keys right next to his elbow. There are extra keys, and that's a good error to look for if you coin roll hunt. Blue Ridge Silverhound is really good, a good source to watch for errors if you want to search and learn about errors. And then we have American Samoa with the steel drum, the island. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be like a torch or something at the bottom below the drum. I'm not sure, but cool nonetheless. So we have those here. And now we have, these came off of eBay. And I think I would be safe cutting the end of the envelope. So this is one of those things that when I bought it and I saw the tracking number, I knew they were sending it via cheap mail, which always worries me just a hair. The reason I followed through with the purchase, though, is because they had really good feedback. So always check feedback, and always remember, eBay is all about the buyer. Buyer protection. All right. So I got 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014 proof S Mint Roosevelt dimes. And then I have 2014, 2015, and 2016. So these are the clad S proofs. Just pull these off. Overall, a fine job of packing. They got here safely. These ones came from San Diego, California. Got here in 4 days. So you can't hate that. So these will go in the Roosevelt dime book. And then, what do you think is in here? sure you figured it out by now. All right. Welcome to whoever is watching. Feel free to give me a thumbs up if you like. I'm just opening some mail. I already opened my 2009 PCGS Statehood Quarters. They're PR69 Deep Cameo, Proof 69s. So that's pretty cool. And then I opened these S-Mint dimes. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. This lot that I'm opening now. All right. Again, a seller with excellent feedback. And then here, this is interesting packaging job here. Let me just cut this out. They included a letter. Thank you so much for your purchase of the item listed below. 2019 S Gem Cameo Proof Roosevelt Dime from original US Mint Proof Set. We hope to do more business with you in the future. Check out our eBay store for more nice coins. All right, let me just cut this out of here. This is it's like a bandage. It's like they wrapped it in like a kooky little, well, there's the dime right there. Let's see here. Yeah, it's like a gauze bandage out of the first aid kit at work. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we have. Feels like it might be in some kind of a package yet. Maybe they, I don't know. I think I see what they've done here. They left the little, they just cut apart the bubble thing from the mint set. So it's still in like the little dish or cup deal. Whoops, sorry about the bump. Feel free to give me a thumbs up if you don't mind, as long as you're watching. Thanks for stopping by. Leave a chat. Anything you guys want to talk about while I'm doing this. You know, I don't want this to be a giant snooze fest. Let me just talk about what I feel right now where precious metals are going, specifically gold and silver. And I think copper is a market people need to be watching, because as copper goes, so goes the economy historically. So copper is in, it's ugly, and it ain't looking like it's going to be pretty anytime soon. So keep an eye on copper. And furthermore, I think gold is going to probably find its bottom somewhere in the 1570s or 1580s. So keep your powder dry. This idea of dollar cost averaging is not my favorite thing in the world, if I'm being honest. So a little technical analysis goes a long way. The trend is your friend till the end. Right? That old saying. So here's what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to carefully snip the bottoms here so I can just slide these out and not have to mess around with staples in any way. There, perfect. That worked out just as I hoped it would. But yes, the trend is your friend till the end. Charts don't lie, y'all. People talk about manipulation in markets. And by the way, silver, I think silver is probably going to I think silver could very easily get into the mid to high 15s, $15.50 to $16 before we find a bottom there. And so Don't look for premiums to come down anytime soon. We as stackers have trained the retail market that we will tolerate whatever stupid premium they choose to put in front of us. So we have no one to blame but ourselves for the premium. If it had been up to me, oh, hey, Kenneth, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you do watch later. This is going to be a short one. So what was I saying? I just lost my train of thought. Oh, we have the silver squeeze movement is what I was going to talk about. Here's 2015. The silver squeeze would have been better had people pulled out of silver entirely and just stopped buying. Drive the price down. I don't know why people are so desperate to buy something. Right now, silver and gold are both very overvalued, still overbought. That's why we're seeing this market correction. And again, we've got no one to blame but ourselves, dear stackers. Wait a minute here. I thought I already had 2015. Nope, 2013. I had that in wrong order. So yeah, the silver squeeze movement just screwed all stackers. Just screwed all stackers entirely. All common sense was thrown out the window. No, Kenneth, you're good, man. And look, if you're gonna do gold coins, do pre-33. Do pre-33. Get the whatever pre-33 gold you can afford, get it. That would be my advice to you. If you're thinking, especially if you're thinking fractional. I'm a big fan of fractional gold. I believe that 10th ounce gold is the perfect size for stacking. Just my opinion. So here's where we're at with the dime book. These are all going to be added to this. As you can see, I still have a ways to go on page 1. I still need 50S, 51D, and by the way, 50S is that's the expensive one. 51S, 52D, 52S, 53D, 54D, 55S, 56D, 57D, 59D, and 60 and 61D. I also need 63D, which I hope to be procuring this week. You can see here that the 60s and 70s are very close to completion. I'm 4 away on page 2 from having it filled. Page 3, we are down to my last 7 on page 3. This is that star note that I found. It was given to me in change, so glad to have that. My 2000s are coming along really nicely. Page number 4, as you can see, down to my last 2, a 97S and a 93S. All right, so here we are. So my first coin, I'm going to take one glove off because otherwise it's impossible to take the plastic off on these Dansko albums. So, all right, first one going in the book is 2011S. 2011S. Right here. The edge of the page. By the way, I paid on average about $3 per coin. Just in case you're curious, 2011S is in its place. And again, this is the list of everything I needed when I started this album. I bought this album from a pawn shop incomplete, Everything that's crossed off is stuff that I have found either coin roll hunting or cracking proof sets or buying. So that was my 2011 S. We can cross that. And that's the S proof, by the way. We're going to cross that one right off. 2011 S in the books. Beautiful, beautiful reverse cameo. Or I'm sorry, proof deep cameo. All right, next is 2012 S. Whoops, I must have gone too far. 2012 S, right here. Same page. And man, again, the feeling of completing spots in an album feels good. Really feels like you're accomplishing something. So I have 2 spaces left to fill on page 5. 2008 P, which we have not found coin roll hunting in this 2010 silver proof, which I'll hopefully be getting in the next week or two here. Next, 2013 S proof. Right here. And we're just going to pull that out. And okay, so my album is kind of bowed right now. So what I need to do is kind of, I gotta try to flatten this out kind of. Otherwise, or I gotta find something to put underneath that page. Maybe a couple of these little slabbies. There, that levels it out nicely, actually. I just don't want to bend the page. I mean, ultimately, this is like a fairly high-grade cardboard. And I just don't want to bend it. And I'm really having a hard time getting that sucker in straight. There we go. 2013 S silver proof is in the book. 2014 right next door. In the book. 2015 ought to be next. Yeah, there's 2015 S. All right. All right. A couple more to put in, and then this album will be put away. Here's a 2016, which goes right here. So once I get this album full, the goal then is going to be coin roll hunting to upgrade. I have a lot of beautiful coins in here, but honestly, I've put through coin roll hunting for my P's and D's. I put some in that really don't belong in here. And we will be upgrading as we can. All right, and finally should be the 2019 for the book. Gorgeous. I don't know about you, but I was never really a big fan of Rosie's I think Rosie's, by the way, I think that for stacking silver, I feel the same way about silver as I feel about gold. Fractional, small, itty bitty. I love dimes and silver. Not because I think, oh, they're going to be barter, etc., etc. But I do think that silver is going to go up eventually. I just don't think it's going to go up the way people think and have thought that it's going to for the last 40 years, but it will eventually. And I think dimes will sell like hotcakes. Imagine silver going to $100 an ounce. That means a dime, a junk dime, is going to be worth $7.15. That's a low barrier of entry. There's 0.0715 troy ounces of silver in a 90% silver dime. So, how awesome is this, dude? Look at this. Wait a second. Did I put something in the wrong place? Where did I put my 2019? Dude. So I put my S proof in the silver spot. So I messed that up. So now I get to... That's what I get for trying to walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. All right. Let's see if I can just punch that right back out. Start over. These little white gloves that say one size fits most, I am not in that most category. Oh, my fat hands. There we go. All right. Sorry for the wobbly camera. My apologies. All right. So the back half of the book is nearly finished. See, and that's what I didn't want right there. What just happened? See how that page kind of started to flex and bend? There we go. There we go. Okay. So, full, almost full. And by the way, I won't be buying a 2022 proof set anytime soon. Not at that pricing. And I have to wait for those to come down, and they will. They will. Most people realize $105 for a proof set is just a little out of step with the market, even though they are 3/9 fine silver. All the silver in the 2019 and newer are 3/9 fine. So let's see here. So I can mark off almost all of the S-Mint stuff here. 2019 San Francisco proof. The 2018 I already had. 2017 is gone. 2016s are gone. 2015 is gone. 14 gone. 13 gone. 12 gone. And 11 gone. So that just leaves me on this page with the 2010 silver, which will be coming out of a proof set very soon. And I'll find a 2008P coin roll hunting. And then coming back here, 97S, 93S. I can probably order those online for $5. 86P, 91S, 90S, 88S, 81S. 81 is kind of a key date for clad, actually, mint sets. Let's see here. So, yeah, this is, we are getting down to the wire. And then what? Then what am I going to do? Well, I've got an idea. I think I might start an album of modern commemoratives. Once I have this album full, once I have my modern proof sets up to date and I get back to the point where I can't afford the proof sets from the 50s, like when you get to that $600-700 range, I'm going to back it right up and go to modern commemoratives. So next thing is we got to put the silver in the, we got to put the slabs in their album. And so all I'm going to do here is just figure out which order these were released. My album, that's how I organize my album. They're all put in by order of their release date. So let's go up to quarters, which should be right here. And we'll go back to 2009. And the order of release there is District of Columbia, Puerto Rico. Okay, so let me just lay these out up here. Puerto Rico. Virgin Islands was second to last. American Samoa. Here. District of Columbia was first. And Island of Guam was third. And Northern Mariana Islands were last, but not least. All right. So put that up and we will grab the album here. And actually, come to think of it, I think I need a blank page. I think I need a... make some room. I got a bit of a mess going on here. I get excited and I get disorganized. All right. Give me a second here. Give me 1 second. Okay. All I'm using for these is these Ultra Pro. These are basically like for sports cards, Pokemon cards. They hold the slabs of every type, by the way. I have PCGS in here. I have NGC. And believe it or not, I have ICG. Yes, I have ICG right here. And then I have NGCs right here. I even have old, the OGH and stuff like that. So okay. Here's my 2008, so I got to make room for my 2009. So let me do that real quick by pulling out these guys. Now, typically, these are way easier to fill from the bottom than they are from the top. Sometimes the easiest thing to do is just take them out. There we go. They slide in tight, y'all. In case you can't tell, that one came out easier. Okay. So, by order of release date, first will be the District of Columbia. And the reason I love these is I love the flags on these holders. I just think it's a very, very nice touch. I think it's a very nice touch to have those. All right. All right, and she goes. Nice and tight. Next will be Puerto Riqueño. Puerto Rico. Yes, I took high school Spanish. Yes, I still sort of speak it, but not super great. Next will be Guam. And then American Samoa will complete this page. All right. Now for the new page, there will be 2 overflowing U.S. Virgin Islands. I'm going to slide in here all handy and dandy. And finally, Northern Mariana Islands. All right, I gotta bring this in close to get the pressure to, there we go. See, they really slide in very tight. See how that's winding down there? It's very, very tight, but that's why I like it. These do not slide out. Even after you've taken them out a couple of times, they do kind of stretch to fit, but I've never had one slide out yet. So then I have these few loosies. So I'm just gonna stuff these right on in next to them just to fill them up. And when I start my America the Beautiful quarters, those will carry right on in. But I'm not ready for America the Beautiful yet. Not yet. Not just yet. Just a second here. Come on, baby. Get in there. Get in there. There we go. So there we go. So the 2009s are in the album. Just like that. Here's my last. Got Mariana Islands, Virgin Islands, American Samoa, Guam, Puerto Rico, District of Columbia, then 2008, Hawaii, Alaska, Arizona, New Mexico, Oklahoma. I still need 2007, 2006, and 2005. And I kind of have my thing situated here where I can put 2005, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 2006 will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 2007, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you will perfectly come to this page. So I need 05, 06, and 07 to complete the set. And I gotta tell you, I love these coins so much. I'm gonna take the camera out of the little holder here, and I'm just wanting to show you without all of the reflection that comes from the light source here. And just how great these look in their silver proof deep cameo condition. Absolutely gorgeous. Sorry about my finger in the way there. And so I will be getting America the Beautiful as well. I just think that these are going to be, these right now are kind of unsung heroes. They're inexpensive. On average, these coins slabbed in these are in this condition are about $10 a piece. Low barrier to entry. Here we are in 04. I love Florida. It just looks great with the aircraft carrier, which I believe is the USS Enterprise. Wait a minute, that's not, what am I talking about? That is not an aircraft carrier, that's a pirate ship. And then, of course, we have the great state of Texas, Iowa, and Wisconsin. Keep an eye out for that high leaf and low leaf variety if you're a coin hunter. There's the Oklahoma, as we call it in our house, leggy bird. I mean, dude, you gotta love that, right? I mean, look at Alaska. Look at Hawaii. Just gorgeous. Fish, Mr. Fish. I just put my Sasha to bed, dude, right before I started this live stream. So I'm just showing off. I just added these 2009 slabs to my statehood quarter book. And so I was just kind of doing the up close and personal on those. So I'm going to put this back in its holder here. There we go. And so, yeah, I think you're an hour behind. It's later, I think. I'm in Central Time. And if I'm not mistaken, you're in Eastern Time. So, yeah, your Sasha's probably been in bed for a little bit. All right, Fish, I want to show you my dime book. I've already shown everyone else, but since you're here, I got this at a pawn shop. And when I got it, it was partially full, but this is everything that it needed. This is the list of everything it needed, and everything I've crossed off is stuff that I've gotten in the last 5 or 6, 7 months, maybe. So, just to show you kind of what's needed there on page 1. Page 1 has my greatest needs, and this is why I crack open proof sets, because I need these dimes, man. Or mint sets, actually, specifically. There's what's needed there. Okay, this goes from 1946 to present. So this is the full book, PDS and silver. So, for example, the most expensive dime I have to yet get is the 1950S. That in a mint state is going to be probably a $40 dime. The 51S also is an expensive one. But what I added tonight, and here's something else, Fish, too. Look at that. I found a star note in circulation. So I just put that with the rest of the Lincolns here. Just seemed like the right thing to do. So what I added tonight was a 2011S. Just to kind of show you here, I'm real close on this page. I added the 2011S, 2012S. I added the 2013S, 2014S. I added the 2015, the 2016, and the 2019. I already have the 2018. I have the reverse proof. I'm trying to get all mint state, absolutely, 100%. Because when I got them, dude, I'm not a lover of rosies. I'm just not. But this was such a great collection when I started it. I'm like, I've got to match the quality of it. Many of these here that you see, which I don't know if the camera does it justice, but look at those 46s. Those are blast white, bro. Blast white. So yes, once I get this full, I've coin roll hunted for all my P's and D's, and so I will be coin roll hunting to upgrade, because there are, here's an upgrade that I need. I need a 1954 Philadelphia. That one is, it's not even AU. It might be F or XF. So that's the ugly duckling on page 1. But there's plenty of ugly ducklings if we really want to pick apart the P's and D's. And you can probably just see by the lack of luster, in some of these. But, this camera just doesn't do it justice. And I know rosies don't really excite anyone. So, yeah. Yeah, man, the dimes are killer. I was just saying, dude, that I think that dimes are the best denomination of silver to have. Because let's say let's say the pumpers are right that silver goes to $100 an ounce. That means you will have dimes to sell for $7. So with premium, you're going to get $10 for them easy because it's 0.0715 ounces of silver, right? In a 90% dime, except for 2019 and newer, those are 3/9 fine. So I don't even know the weight to those in troy ounces, to be honest. But yeah, dimes, man, dimes are kind of the bee's knees. So, and this is why I'm cracking open mint sets. You know, I'm gonna get 63 this week, the P&D mint set, and the 63D will go in here. I'm gonna get the 61D P&D. I'm gonna get the 60 P&D, the 59 P&D, the 57, the 56. I'll have to get the 58, just otherwise I'll have an incomplete album. And then when I get back to the S as well, that just is what it is, man. Just gonna have to pony up the cash because that's where things start to get expensive. So I was watching Silver Seeker today, and he was doing a thing on the lowball like Morgan dollars, and how people collect. I didn't even know this was a thing till today. This is how new I am to numismatics. But lowballs, people looking for key dates in the lowest, worst possible condition. I think that's cool. And people pay hundreds of dollars for something in a poor one state. So it's pretty wild. So yep, I am now working on 4 albums at once, and I'm loving every minute of it. I love filling albums. The word fulfilling, it's fulfilling to fill the albums. I'm not lying. At least for me, I dig it. To each his own, you know. I mean, a year ago I was like, you know, silver, you know, and that's why I was stacking Canadian silver so hard because it's cheap. I was getting Canadian junk silver at melt. But yeah, there's a million ways to collect this stuff. You can do different grades, you know, whatever. But it's like I tell everyone, collect what you love, and you will always love your collection. You know, I think that if I was to collect with the intention of trying to find the investment, like what's going to be worth big money someday, I think it would be like chasing crypto. You know, just trying to find the next crypto that's going to, you know, I can get for a fraction of a penny. And hey, if it goes to 5 cents, I'll be a millionaire, you know? I just think that's a good way to get burned in coin collecting. So just like fish, you collect those beautiful walkers, like, and I've never really thought much of walkers, but you know, I don't know, dude. It's like one of those things. You see someone who's passionate about things, and like, okay, well, what is it that makes them passionate about this? This thing that I've never even regarded before. Why are they passionate? And then I start to look closer at the details. You know what I mean? I think that's the value of having all these different stackers in the community and different collectors. Like, you know, numismatic stacker, he's all about the Morgan dollars, man. I really feel no connection to the Morgan dollar. I think it's a fine coin. I think that they're kind of, you know, the gold standard, if you will, in numismatics, but I have no connection to them. I recognize their beauty and their history and everything, but there is nothing that would make me write a check for $1,000 for any Morgan dollar, because I think I would just have buyer's remorse. I get far more excited about commemorative half dollars, which are pretty hot right now, especially the key dates. In fact, I've got my eye on a very poor condition. Which one is it? It's not Hawaii. Which one is it? It's one of the exposition ones. But I'll show you in my little book here, and I'm sorry about the crinkly noise. These are not easy pages to turn, but I love these commemoratives, dude. I love not just a classic commemoratives, like there's the Wisconsin, which of course is the best one. Is the best one, and don't even try to dispute it. I mean, maybe if you're in Texas, you got a case. But look at San Diego next to it. Gorgeous. Awesome. As my daughter might say, super mega dope. And this Bridgeport. I'm taking Bridgeport out because I think the Bridgeport has the coolest eagle of any U.S. coin on the reverse. It's got that super amazing, sorry for the shaky camera, I'm just adjusting the light here. That amazing Art Deco style eagle. I just think that is fantastic. I mean, how can you hate that? I mean, I'm not super excited about P.T. Barnum, but that's pretty cool. But I mean, even still, modern commemoratives. Dude, look at this West Point. Now, I got this because I was in West Point. I'm not an alumni, but I am an Army vet. And this is a 2002, if you're asking Fish about the modern commem. The Bridgeport is a 1936, I believe. What is that? Yeah, 1936. But modern commemoratives, look at that. I think modern commemoratives, just buy a red book and look at mintages on modern commemoratives and ask yourself, why wouldn't I collect these? You can get them close to spot. And the mintages are so low. If they ever catch fire, I mean, there's so much upside potential, but they're cool. I mean, here is the 2003 in an MS69. I got this at a coin show for $20. $20. Same weight as a Morgan dollar, by the way. And look at the plane on the back. And I have a whole bunch that aren't slabbed. I've got a guardhouse box, or whatever those little red boxes are called, I guess, full of modern commemoratives. Here is a 2006 San Francisco Mint, the Granite Lady, in a proof 70. And look at that, dude. It has the Morgan dollar reverse. With the S Mint mark, I mean, that's killer. This is a $90 coin. $90. So they're great. They're great. Look at commemoratives. Look, the U.S. Mint just came out with the Purple Heart. I like the military ones personally. I have some others that are not military. There's sports related ones, like Olympics, stuff like that. All cool. But I do lean toward the military ones because I feel like those probably have the greatest upside potential. Not that the other ones aren't cool, but what I'm probably going to do is actually, I'm going to get those. Hey, Caden, what's up? Welcome back. Good to see you, brother. So I'm probably going to do an album of raw. So my MOS was a 63 Bravo. I was a light wheel vehicle mechanic. I worked on the Humvee. In fact, let's have some fun. Because I was just fighting with my puppy, Sasha, over my old Army photo album. She started to chew on it. So, and it's right around the corner. What I'm about to show you is all classified information. But yeah, this is my photo album from high school. That's me a month before I went in the army, right there. Yes. And this was Bill Clinton speaking after I got home from Somalia. This was a 4-star general. I believe his last name was Sharishkashvili. Here's my first guitar. An autographed autographed by Ted Nugent. He was playing a concert for, there's a young Potter Stacker right there. Oh, man. I was young and dumb. Let's see here. Let's see. There is my flight to Somalia leaving Dover Air Force Base. In January, there's the sky over Africa. There's Balidogle Air Base. And that's what I worked on right there, the old Humvee. Actually, I worked on deuce and a halves, 5 tons, etc. But yeah. Yep. I'll tell you what, if you think your life is bad, go spend a couple of days in Balidogle. See how people live. No running water, no refrigeration. There's me with Colin Powell right there. I was almost written up because I wouldn't let his security detail, which were Secret Service, and I was on guard duty when they came in, and we weren't supposed to allow any loaded weapons into the compound, period, no exception. I was told, Pettis, no exception here. Okay, fine. So these guys came in, and we had a 55-gallon drum full of sand that you had to empty your weapon and then clear it, pull the trigger into the sand. And I was like, nobody's coming through here. I don't care. I was told I'm on orders, blah, blah, blah. And I was told, okay, here's where we make the exception. We let the Secret Service bring their loaded weapons in. So, can you tell that's the 90s right there? Here's all of my foreign currency collection right here from where I actually was when I was in Somalia. More Somali notes. Let's see here. I have some Turkish money in here too because I stood post with a Turkish guy and we traded money. I traded him $1 for this 5,000 bezbin, which was just torn to pieces. And then I have this. This is from Haiti. I was in Haiti also during the coup in 1993. So this is a very young, very dumb me. I'm still very good friends with this guy. We talk several times a week, actually. He is from Texas. So, and this is just my trip. I went to New York City because I was stationed in Fort Drum, New York, home of the 10th Mountain Division. And of course, I had to go see New York City. Does it get more 90s than this? Does it get more 90s than your baggy bum equipment shirt? Square bill hat? I don't think so. Look at that. I got 2 rings on. That's a straight up baller. And then here is when I was in West Point. This is actually West Point right here. We were training cadets and who were not yet graduated. Yeah, man, 80s and 90s, it was a good life, bro. That was a good life. That was, it's funny, if you ever watch The Matrix, when Morpheus is first taking Neo in and he says, this is the peak of human civilization, 1999. Like, yeah, pretty much. That pretty much was the peak of human civilization because it was all downhill from there. That's the Potomac River. This is the football field and the main kind of area. Oh, this is inside the Empire State Building. And there is the Army Stadium for West Point. And this is the War Museum. There's a chunk of the Berlin Wall. That is a replica of the first atomic bomb ever dropped on Hiroshima, and it is huge and terrifying. So, yeah. And then this is Haiti. This is my unit in Haiti. And again, if you think your life is bad, your life is difficult, you're poor, you don't have money, boy, Haiti is just something else, man. Street market, selling their electronics. They sell anything. And here I am before going out on a convoy with my M16A2. And that's Sergeant Brown, like, put the camera down, idiot. So, anyhow, that's a Chinook helicopter. I rode to Guantanamo Bay in Cuba. And yeah, this is some of my guitars. There's a very 90s blanket holding all of my guitars. That's an antelope I shot. That's my niece. That's my dad with his antelope. Oh my goodness. There's pictures in here I cannot show. That's as far as we can go, boys. That's as far as we can go. Like I said, this is all top secret. You need a top secret clearance to see most of this stuff. Now it's on the internet forever. Macedonia in 97, they didn't have nothing to even sell. I believe it, dude. No. Macedonia in 97. So anyhow, we went a little far with the album. We went from coin albums to photo albums, so that was fun. Anyhow, if you haven't given me a thumbs up yet, I would appreciate it. So we're about an hour in, so I'm gonna call it a night. Thanks for watching. If you aren't subscribed, I hope today is the day I earned your subscription. Great.